We're gonna do section A1, manual pre-trip. I'm gonna start with my top lights, which are my clearance lights. They turn on and off, not cracked, that they're bolted tight and secure, proper colors amber. These are my spot mirrors. They should be bolted tight and secure to the truck, not cracked or missing. My left signal, my right signal, they're also my four-way emergencies. They turn on and off, but they're not cracked, bolted tight, proper colors amber. My headlights, my high beam and low beam, turn on and off, that they're bolted tight and secure with no cracks and no oxidation. Fog lights, bolted tight and secure, they're not cracked or missing, with no oxidation. Checking for leaks. I should have no oil leaks, no coolant leaks. I should have no wires hanging, and we're listening for air leaks. Ma'am, sir, also my truck should not be leaning to the left, it should not be leaning to the right. If they should ask you why, all you gotta say is I'm having steering problems or I'm having suspension problems. Only if they ask you. Once you're done, you will tell the examiner, I'm gonna move on to my engine compartment to the passenger side. I wanna make sure that all my hoses are bolted tight and secure, that I should have no cracks and no leaks. Once you're done here, you will tell the examiner, I'm gonna move on to my driver's side. My coolant reservoir, it should be bolted tight and secure, no cracks and no leaks. This is where I check my level. If I need coolant, I will add it here that the cap is not missing. The hoses on my coolant reservoir, they all should be no cracks, no leaks. All clamps are bolted tight and secure. This is my engine oil. Use your hands to top. I will remove the dipstick, clean it and check it. If I need oil, I would add it here that the cap is not missing. Power steering reservoir. And it's bolted tight and secure with no cracks and no leaks. Should be at a full max level. If it's not, I would add it here that the cap is not missing. My hose, no cracks, no leaks. All clamps are fastened and secured, not cracked or missing. This is my steering column. Should be bolted tight and secure with no cracks and no illegal welds. Power steering box. It is gear driven. I should have no cracks and no leaks. All bolts are bolted tight and secure. My steering linkage. This is my drag link. No cracks and no illegal welds. Castle nuts, bolted tight and secure and not missing. Cotter pins, not cracked or missing. This is my bushing, not cracked, missing, well greased. Move on to my suspension. This is my spring mount. My spring mount should be bolted tight and secure with no cracks and no illegal welds. These are my leaf springs. No cracks, no illegal welds, and no swing or sway, either one. My U-bolt, my shock absorber, no cracks, no leaks, bolted tight and secure, that the bushing's not cracked or missing. I move on to my service brakes. Brake hose, no cracks and no leaks of air, bolted tight and secure. My brake shoes are inside here. You can't see them, just use your hands to top point. My brake shoes and brake pads are inside here, no less a quarter liner left. My brake drum is also in here. No oil, no grease or discoloration. Tires. Front tires are not permitted to be recapped. The depth of my tires, I will use the depth gauge, which is at 432 seconds. The condition of my tires, no cuts, bubbles, and nails on either side. The inflation of my tires is 90 to 105 or manufacturer recommended. You're going to tell the examiner with your pointer, I will use a commercial air gauge. That's commercial air gauge to check, okay? That my valve stem is not touching the rim, that it's not leaking air, that the cap is not missing. My rim should have no cracks or illegal welds. All lug nuts are bolted tight and secure, not missing, with no rust, indication that they're loose. My hub seal, no cracks, no leaks. All bolts are bolted tight and secure. This is where I check my hub oil. This is where I add it if I need some, that the caps are not missing. That's your A1. We're going to move on to B2. B2, manual pre-trip. This is my marker light. It turns on and off, not cracked, bolted tight and secure. Proper color is amber. If they should ask you what it's for, when I make a left signal or right signal, They turn on and off, only if we ask them. This is my mirror. It should be bolted tight and secured to the truck, not cracked or missing. This is my DEF, my diesel exhaust fluid. And look at how I point. It should be bolted tight and secure with no cracks and no leaks, that my cap is not missing. This is my fuel tank. That the straps and fuel tank, and look at how I point. Fuel, my straps and fuel tank are bolted tight and secure with no cracks and no leaks of diesel. The cap should not be missing. Do you guys know what a T-chain is? You don't have to do this at D&D. This is your T-chain, that's your seal. It keeps the cap from falling. Okay. My cap should not be missing. My T-chain not cracked or missing. Seal not cracked or missing. All my reflectors should not be missing. You gotta pause, look. My frame, no cracks, no illegal welds. This is my battery box. Battery box should be bolted tight and secure, no cracks and no leaks of acid, no exposed wires and no corrosion. Now I move on to my service lights. Blue is my service, red is my emergency, no cracks and no leaks of air, bolted tight and secure. This is my electrical line, no exposed wires, and my latch opens and closes. Now I'll move on to my glad hands. My glad hands are also called my connectors. Your glad hands called connectors also. Red is my emergency, blue is my service with no cracks and no leaks of air. The seals inside are not cracked or leaking or missing. My electrical line, no exposed wires, latch opens and closes. Ma'am, sir, my service lines are connected to my tractor and trailer. Now I move on to my fifth wheel section, also known as my coupling system. This is my fifth wheel mounting bracket. No cracks or illegal welds. Fifth wheel mounting bolts, bolted tight and secure and not missing. This right here is my release arm. It should open and close and lock. It should not be cracked or bent or missing. This right here is my apron. This is my skid plate. Talking about them separate. They used to let us talk about it together. They want to hear it separate now. My apron on top, no cracks or illegal welds, well greased. My skid plate, no cracks, no illegal welds, and well greased. I should have no gap between my apron and skid plate. This is my platform. It is welded. I should have no cracks and not missing. This is my fifth wheel locking pins, not cracked or missing. These are my cotter pins, not cracked or missing. Now I move on to my kingpin and locking jaw. My kingpin and locking jaw is right inside my fifth wheel. My kingpin is also known as my shank. It should not be cracked or bent, no legal welds, well greased. My locking jaw should open and close around the kingpin. Should have no cracks, no legal welds, and well greased. My rear of my tractor also has airbags. The airbags should not be cracked or leaking air, bolted tight and secure. And that is your B2. Once you finish with your airbags on your B2, right away you move to your C3 to your trailer. My top lights turn on and off, not cracked, bolted tight and secure, proper color is amber. Now I'm going to move on to my side of my trailer. My top lights, all my lights turn on and off, not cracked, bolted tight and secure, proper color is amber, the last one is red. All my DOT reflectors should not be missing. My frame, no cracks, no illegal welds. This is my landing gear. I should have a clearance from the rear of my tractor to my landing gear to make a right turn and a left turn safely. These are my A-arms. If you turn your pointer around, it looks like a backwards A. Okay? My A-arms and support arms, they're all bolted tight and secure with no cracks or illegal welds. This is my crank arm. It should not be cracked or missing, bolted tight and secure. It is gear driven, 2-speed. A high and a low. These are my legs, well greased, no cracks or illegal welds. This is my feet, no debris, no cracks, and not missing. Now I'm going to move on to the rear of my trailer. I move on to my top lights. Top lights turned on and off, not cracked, bolted tight, secure, proper color is red. My left signal, my right signal. They're also my four-ways. They're also my brakes and my running lights. They all turn on and off, not cracked, bolted tight, secure, proper color is red. All my DOT reflectors should not be missing. My airline connections. Red is my emergency, blue is my service. No cracks and no leaks of air. That the seals are not cracked or leaking or missing. My electrical latch opens and closes. This is my pinto hook, also called my hook. It is bolted tight and secure. Should not be cracked. It should open and close. Chain guard is welded. I should have no cracks and not missing. Ma'am, sir, may I tell you the difference on my passenger side? If they say no, then you're going to tell them. That completes my pre-trip. If they say yes, what is the difference on your passenger side? You would tell them, I have a door on my trailer. Would you like me to talk about it? If they say no, then you say, that completes my tractor and trailer pre-trip. But if they say yes, talk about your door. My door should have no dents or damages. It should open and close and lock. Hinges are bolted tight and secure. And that completes my tractor and trailer pre-trip.